All right. Last time we looked at the nature of electromagnetic waves. Now we're going to be looking at waves of the electromagnetic spectrum. So first we're going to read, hey, where did it go? From my planet diary. What would you do if you had an invisibility cloak? This idea might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. Scientists have actually been working on creating a way to make objects invisible. Researchers have created a device that can change the direction of microwaves so that they flow around a test object. This rerouting causes the object to look invisible at microwave frequencies. Unfortunately, people cannot see microwaves, which means the object isn't invisible to us. But who knows? Maybe one day you'll be able to be put on one of these cloaks and move around completely unseen. That would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. That would be pretty cool. So, our key questions for today. How do electromagnetic waves compare, and what makes up the electromagnetic spectrum? So, all electromagnetic waves travel at the same speed in a vacuum, but they have different wavelengths and different frequencies. Visible light is the only range of wavelength your eyes can see. For waves in any medium, as the wavelength decreases, the frequency increases. Waves with the longest wavelengths have the lowest frequencies. Waves with the shortest wavelengths have the highest frequencies. The higher the frequency of a wave, the higher its energy. And these are just here in case you can't read it. But so radio waves have the shortest wavelengths. I think that's correct. And visible light is kind of in the middle, and then X-rays have longer ones. Oh no, that's the other way around. Radio waves have the longer ones because it's so short. Only one little wavelength for the amount of time it takes. But we'll double check here in a second. So electromagnetic waves or radio waves are the longest. So electromagnetic spectrum is the complete range of electromagnetic waves placed in order of increasing frequency. So from lowest frequency to highest frequency. The electromagnetic spectrum is made up of radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays. Radio waves are electromagnetic waves with the longest wavelengths and the lowest frequencies, used in broadcasting to carry signals for radio programs. And they broadcast in two frequency ranges, kilohertz, or KHZs, abbreviated KHZ, for AM, and megahertz, MHZ, for FM. So here we have million, and kilohertz is billion. Microwaves are shorter wavelengths and higher frequencies than radio waves. Microwave ovens are used for cooking or heating food, but their microwaves are also used for cellular phone communication and radar. So a little more about radar. Radar stands for radio, RA, detection, the D, and A, ranging. So radio detection and ranging. Radar is a system that uses reflected microwaves to detect objects and measure their distance and speed. To measure distance, a radar device sends out microwaves that reflect off an object. Sorry, lots of typos today. The time it takes for the reflected waves to return is used to calculate the object's distance. To measure speed, a radar device uses the Doppler effect. See, another one. A police radar gun sends out microwaves that reflect off a car. Because the car is moving, the frequency of the reflected waves is different from the frequency of the original waves and is used to calculate the car's speed. If you turn on an electric stove's burner, you can feel it warm up before the heating element starts to glow. The invisible heat you feel is infrared radiation or infrared rays. So what are infrared rays? They are electromagnetic waves with wavelengths shorter than those of microwaves. Most objects give off some infrared rays. Warmer objects give off infrared rays with more energy and higher frequency than cooler objects. An infrared camera uses infrared rays instead of visible light to take pictures called thermogram. Thermogram is an image that shows regions of different temperatures in different colors. Visible light is the electromagnetic waves that you can see. They make up only a small part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and they have shorter wavelengths than infrared rays. So again, we're moving from the longest waves to the shortest ones. Visible light that appears white is actually a mixture of many colors. Recall that light waves bend or refract when they enter a new medium. When white light passes through raindrops, a rainbow can result. Ultraviolet rays are electromagnetic waves with wavelengths just shorter than those of visible light. The energy of ultraviolet rays can damage or kill living cells. X-rays are electromagnetic waves with wavelengths just shorter than those of ultraviolet rays. Dense matter, such as bone or lead, absorbs X-rays so they do not pass through. X-rays are used to make images of bones. So if you break a bone, you can get an X-ray and it'll show that, or your teeth. When you go to the dentist, you get X-rays. Too much exposure to X-rays, like ultraviolet rays, can cause cancer. Ultraviolet rays also can burn your skin. X-rays can also be used in industry and engineering to see cracks in steel or concrete structure. Gamma rays have the shortest wavelengths and highest frequencies. They are the most penetrating of electromagnetic waves and are used to examine the body's internal structures. A patient, for example, can be injected with a fluid that emits gamma rays. Then, a gamma ray detector can form an image of the inside of the body. Some radioactive substances and certain nuclear reactions produce gamma rays. Some objects in space emit bursts of gamma rays, but they are blocked by the Earth's atmosphere. So then here's a picture. We have the radio waves, the longest one, wavelength, and then the lowest frequency. Next is microwaves, infrared rays. Here we have the visible lights, so the colors that we see, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays, which have the highest frequency and the shortest wavelength. So we'll go through our vocabulary. Electromagnetic spectrum is the complete range of electromagnetic waves placed in order of increasing frequency. Radio waves are electromagnetic waves with the longest wavelengths and the lowest frequencies. Microwaves are shorter wavelengths and higher frequencies than radio waves. Radar is a system that uses reflected microwaves to detect objects and measure their distance and speed. Infrared rays, electromagnetic waves with wavelengths shorter than those of microwaves. A thermogram is an image that shows regions of different temperatures in different colors. Visible light is electromagnetic waves that you can see. Ultraviolet rays are electromagnetic waves with wavelengths just shorter than those of visible light. X-rays are electromagnetic waves with wavelengths just shorter than those of ultraviolet rays. And gamma rays are electromagnetic waves with the shortest wavelengths and highest frequencies. Then we have our assignment, work on Edmodo questions for lesson 2. If you have any questions or are confused about something, just let me know.